Ever feel like you're just juggling everything at once, trying to keep your restaurant running smoothly? Well, you're definitely not alone. Today, we're going to take a look at a new tool called EvoStaff.pro. It's designed from the ground up to bring some serious order to the chaos of restaurant management, specifically for us here in Ireland. Now, full disclosure, it's still in the works, with a full launch plan for early 2026. But what it's showing already is pretty incredible. Let's dive in and see what all the buzz is about. First, let's just paint a picture that I'm sure is going to feel very, very familiar. It's a busy night, orders are just flying in, the kitchen's humming, and you're in the middle of it all, trying to keep every plate spinning. Sound about right? Yeah, let's take a closer look at that daily chaos that pretty much every restaurant manager and owner knows all too well. It really is this constant, high-stakes balancing act, isn't it? You're dealing with customer rushes you can't predict, razor-thin profit margins, and just this never-ending stream of little operational hurdles that can throw everything completely off-kilter in a heartbeat. And oh, the paperwork. We're talking about a literal mountain of documents for HACCP, the Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Point System. It's absolutely essential for food safety in Ireland. You've got delivery dockets, temperature logs, cooking records. It's a paper trail that just never seems to end, and it can get overwhelming fast. And then you've got the staff schedule. Doesn't it feel like you're trying to solve some impossible puzzle? You're piecing together everyone's availability from like a dozen different text messages and last-minute requests, all while wrestling with a clunky Excel spreadsheet that was never meant for this kind of thing. It's a nightmare. And this, right here, is where the communication just completely falls apart. You've got really important work messages, about shift swaps or new menu items getting totally buried in a sea of memes and casual chat across multiple super unprofessional WhatsApp groups. It's just disorganized and, let's be honest, it's incredibly stressful. All this chaos isn't just stressful. It's a huge, huge risk. Because when you're practically drowning in paperwork and just struggling to keep things organized, you are wide open, you're vulnerable to that one thing that every single restaurant owner dreads. For so many owners, that knock on the door is a moment of just pure panic, a sudden unannounced inspection, and they want to see months and months of perfect, compliant records. It's the ultimate test of your paper system, and trying to find every single piece of paper you need can feel, well, almost impossible. But what if it didn't have to be like that? Let's just imagine a completely different reality for a second. Let's walk through what a typical day might look like when your entire operation is run from a single digital command center like EvoStaff.pro. Okay, so it's 8 a.m. Our manager, let's call her Ify, starts her day. She logs into the app on a tablet and boom, there's the day's schedule. Her opening staff, they clock in right on their own phones, and their status instantly updates in real time for her to see. Simple. Now, what's so cool about this is how it takes all those stressful manual tasks and just rolls them into one smooth digital workflow. The schedule is crystal clear, attendance is tracked automatically, and the opening procedures, they're digitally recorded with a timestamp. No more guessing games about who did what. All right, it's 10:30 and the morning meat delivery arrives. Instead of fumbling for a messy clipboard and a pen that probably doesn't work, the chef just grabs the kitchen tablet to log everything needed for perfect HACCP compliance. This is where Evo Staff.pro really starts to show off. The chef opens the SC1 log. That's the standard one for food deliveries, and the app's smart autofill feature just populates most of it automatically. What used to be this tedious chore is now a quick, maybe 2-minute task that creates a perfect, auditable digital record. It's a game changer. Okay, let's fast forward to the end of a long, busy night. The closing crew pulls out their phones, opens the app, and runs through their final tasks, making sure absolutely nothing gets missed before they lock up. And this is just brilliant because it guarantees accountability right up to the very last minute. The manager has a timestamped record of who did each closing task, and that little food waste log, that's providing critical data that's going to help control food costs down the line. So let's go back to that super high-stakes scenario. The HSE inspector is at your door, and they're asking for 3 months of your food safety records. But this time, there's zero panic. None. No more frantic digging through dusty boxes of paper. The manager just calmly opens up the EvoStaff.pro panel and, with literally 3 clicks, generates a complete professional report. 1, 2, 3. Done. And just like that, in seconds, the system pulls together all the logs you need. Your SC1s for deliveries, SC2s for temperature checks, and SC3s for cooking records.
and puts them into one single, perfectly organized document. Everything the inspector needs is right there.
And that's it. 20 minutes. What used to be a half-day disaster of stress and searching is now just a calm, controlled 20-minute chat with the inspector, and you've got perfect digital records to back you up. The difference is just night and day. So it's pretty clear you're saving time and dodging a whole lot of stress. But what does this actually mean for your bottom line? Let's break down how Evo Staff.pro helps you reclaim your two most valuable resources, your time and your money. Just take a look at this comparison for weekly scheduling. I mean, wow. The old way, juggling Excel and WhatsApp, could easily eat up 2, maybe 3 hours of your life every week. It's a total headache. With a visual, drag-and-drop scheduler, you cut that down to just 20 minutes. That's over 2 hours of your time back every single week.
And here's the crucial point. This efficiency boost isn't just for scheduling. It happens across the board, in all your core operations. Payroll prep becomes automated and error-free. Audits, as we saw, become quick and painless. And waste tracking? It goes from pure guesswork to a powerful, data-driven tool that actually helps you cut costs.
And get this is a real number. One owner estimated they saved at least €500 a month just from using the waste tracking feature. Think about it. By seeing exactly what was being tossed out and why, they could fix training issues and tweak their ordering. That's money that goes directly back into their pocket. So you see, at the end of the day, this isn't just about getting a new piece of software. It's about a fundamental evolution in how a restaurant is managed, right from the ground up. It's designed to be that single source of truth for your entire business. And I have to say, even though the app is still in its pre-beta phase, they are not messing around when it comes to security. It's being built on a top-tier European server farm, and all the backups are symmetrically distributed to completely separate servers. So if anything ever goes wrong, your data is always, always safe. Look, EvoStaff.pro is way more than just an app. It's a whole new way of running your restaurant. It's about finally taking control of the chaos and building a smarter, more efficient, and ultimately a more profitable business. So the final question really isn't, can you afford to switch to this? It's how much longer can you afford not to? Ready to start your evolution?